All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving into PocketSurvey.
Oh, okay.
This is a cloud-based software, and we've got a training video here. We're going to be going through it, trying to figure out exactly how it works and what it can do,
Sounds good.
especially for those of you out there in the construction or property management fields.
Yeah, the video really seems to be targeted towards people who would be doing a lot of, damp and mold inspections.
Right, and needing to take a lot of data.
Yeah, and not just identifying the damp areas, but then, what do you do with that information? How do you actually generate reports and,
Right.
and make decisions?
Yeah, one of the things that jumped out at me right away from the video is just how versatile it is in terms of the devices that you can use it on.
Absolutely. They show it working on phones, tablets, computers. It's like everything.
And they even say both Apple and Android.
Yeah, you're not tied to a specific ecosystem, which is
Mm.
really useful for, somebody who might be out in the field.
Imagine you're out on a job site. You could be taking pictures and making notes right there on your phone.
Exactly. And then you can get back to the office and, seamlessly move over to your computer.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about transferring files or anything.
Yeah, no compatibility issues.
And speaking of the interface,
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting that they use the words uncluttered and easy to use.
That's always good to hear. I've definitely used my fair share of clunky software, and it sounds like PocketSurvey is really trying to address that.
I think so too, because when you have an interface that is easy to use, it just speeds up the whole process.
Absolutely. Yeah. Less time, wrestling with the software, more time you can actually spend, doing the actual inspection.
And then getting to those reports,
Yeah.
the video really highlights how easy it is to generate reports.
Oh, yeah. It's like a click of a button and you've got a full PDF report with like a table of contents, all the information you could possibly need about the damp items, photos, everything's all there.
Yeah. I mean, you could really impress your clients with these reports.
Yeah, they look very professional. And, the fact that they're customizable is a huge plus.
Oh, yeah. They mentioned that you can add your own company logo.
You can tailor the wording to fit your specific needs.
Even rearrange sections if you want to emphasize certain things.
It's really about making the information as clear and as easy to understand as possible.
Because, it's one thing to collect all this data, but it's another thing to actually communicate it.
Exactly. It's got to be digestible. It's got to be, presentable.
And it seems like PocketSurvey really gets that.
Yeah, it's not just about, taking notes. It's about managing and presenting that data in a meaningful way.
And they do that with their list system.
Okay, so you've got lists for buildings, items, works, locations in progress.
It's almost like a digital filing system.
Yeah, specifically designed for managing these types of inspections and tasks.
I mean, if you're working on multiple projects, you can imagine how quickly things could get disorganized.
Oh, absolutely.
So having a system like this built right in is pretty brilliant.
Yeah, it's got to be a huge time saver and help you stay on top of everything. And it's not just about, keeping things organized. You can actually start to see patterns in the data.
Oh, so you can analyze it.
Exactly. You can start to see, recurring problems across different buildings or projects.
Interesting.
Yeah, it gives you a much deeper understanding of the bigger picture.
And I noticed that in the video, they also mentioned some other features, like a jobs calendar,
Yeah, that's super helpful.
for scheduling and tracking all your upcoming inspections.
Keeps you on top of everything.
They also have location maps.
Ooh, that's got to be really handy, especially if you're, dealing with multiple sites or, planning out your inspection routes.
Yeah, you can just visualize everything right there on the map.
Yeah, and then they even have these progress tracking tools.
Okay, so you can see at a glance what's been done, what's still in progress, what's pending.
Yeah, exactly, which can be super helpful for, a project manager.
Oh, for sure. Or anybody who's trying to keep track of a team's workflow.
Absolutely, it keeps everyone on the same page.
Yeah, no more, back and forth emails or phone calls.
Exactly, everything's right there in the software.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
They talked about this Costing Works add-on.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool feature.
So you're telling me that you can actually generate cost estimates for remedial work.
Yep, right within the software.
Wow. So after you identify the damp issue, you get an idea of how much it would cost to fix it.
Exactly. And that could be really valuable for, say, a property manager
Oh, yeah, for sure.
who needs to get quick estimates for repairs.
Instead of having to, contact a bunch of contractors and wait for quotes.
Exactly. They can just, generate a preliminary estimate right there in the field.
Saves so much time and hassle.
Yeah, absolutely streamlines the whole process.
And that's really what I'm getting from PocketSurvey. It's like having this whole toolkit in your pocket.
Yeah, for managing everything related to damp inspections and the related tasks.
So we've talked a lot about what PocketSurvey can do.
Yeah.
What about this resonates most with you?
Well, I mean, the thing that really stands out to me is the potential for increased efficiency and accuracy.
Okay.
You know, when you have a tool that simplifies these complex processes and makes data so readily accessible,
Yeah.
it frees up professionals to, focus on what they do best, which is, analyzing the findings and making recommendations.
Makes sense. So it's not just about doing things faster. It's also about doing them better.
Absolutely. And I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
Technology should be about empowering people to do their best work.
Okay, so we've explored how PocketSurvey can streamline damp inspections, empower data-driven decisions, facilitate collaboration.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
But what about applications beyond just damp surveys?
Oh, that's interesting. This kind of technology could be really valuable in any field that involves, meticulous inspections, detailed record keeping, and, the need for clear and concise reporting.
Like construction site inspections?
Yeah, property assessments, environmental audits.
Even healthcare.
The possibilities are really endless.
Wow, so it's really about taking these principles of efficient data collection and streamlined workflows and applying them to different industries.
Exactly. And I think that's, one of the key takeaways here.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Absolutely. And I think with tools like PocketSurvey, paving the way,
Yeah.
the future of data-driven decision-making looks pretty bright.
They've really hit on something here,
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about understanding the problems that professionals are facing and then coming up with ways to solve those problems.
Right. And building a tool that actually meets those needs,
Yeah. And by making those inspections more efficient, ultimately it's helping to create a safer, healthier environment for everybody.
Absolutely. Everybody wins.
So, I think this deep dive has shown how technology can be a force for good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about, gadgets and software. It's about actually solving real-world problems.
And making a difference.
Exactly. Well said. And that's what we're all about here on the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
So until next time,
Keep on diving.
keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.